Good morning. Good morning. Got my trucker's hat. I got my Bob Ross W shirt on. What a day. What a day, Cubbies. For some reason, my camera keeps getting every morning. It's like I have a poltergeist, a ghost in my basement. The camera, it's slightly tipped. Maybe it's a sign. It's telling me, like, look in these boxes. There's something in these boxes. What's happening? Happy trash day. It's Wednesday. Speaking of trash, the coffee's okay. Coffee's okay. I did take the trash out this morning. I didn't take it out. It's only trash day. This is not as important of a day as recycle day, which is next week, every other week. That's the big one because that's always overflowing. The trash, it's like, so we have, I think probably the best thing about the new house that I'm looking forward to is a 3-car garage. Because we have a 2-car garage. And it's a pain in the effing ass. You think, well, you have 2 cars. A 2-car garage is perfect because there's a little bit of, no, there's no room in a 2-car garage. And so I have to be strategic. The trash bins are up front against the wall where you walk out. So like, because I'm lazy and I don't want to take the extra 7 steps, whoosh, you shoot your garbage bag into you just keep the bin open. It's actually a little shot put off the step. Then sometimes I'll throw like bottles. I'll be in my car. My car is filled with like empty water bottles, like plastic water bottles. And when I miss, it's like, oh my God, I freaking missed it. I mean, it's like freaking recycle bin. You shouldn't miss. Anyway, it's trash day. Trash bin is at the curb. I'm wearing my Sloan hat today. It's a trucker hat. I don't need a haircut. I just don't have any hair gel, and I feel naked when I don't put gel in my hair. So that's why I wear a hat. I've got a haircut. I don't like that this hat sits high up off my head. That I don't like those types of hats. Like, I'm not a trucker hat type of guy. I like yesterday, the Cubs, where it's a little flatter. My SGC hat, perfect. This one sits a little too high. Look at that. Look at that. Just too much hat. Too much hat. But it's a really cool design. 80s. It's got that 80s look to it. Sloan. I got this at Sloan Park. We befriended the people at Sloan, the company. They have a huge tailgate. So our Club 400 tailgate, we would just kind of meander over, and they welcomed us with open arms and gave us free beer and free hats. Can't beat that. So I'm wearing my Sloan hat. Where are we at in the chat? I don't have anything to talk about, so I'm going to rely on you for content today. I'm going to talk about the Cubs. I'm going to talk about I finally got thank you to my friend Victor. I finally got into the ability to watch minor league baseball, which I almost took advantage of last night, but I'm glad I didn't. What else? That's about it. I didn't get any mail. Oh, I forgot to show off my mail. Yesterday, I think I forgot like 2 of the 3 things I was going to talk about. We got on rants. Surprise. But so today's Monday. I got a very orange mail day. Only 2 cards came in the mail. One of which was my buddy Ethan. It was his Allen and Ginter Chrome orange, numbered out of 25. So that came in the mail, numbered out of 25. Down there. The other orange was my other player collection within my Cubs collection, Daniel Palencia. This is his Prism Draft orange auto, numbered out of 20. So those were my mail. Nothing came in the mail yesterday. Those 2 cards were in the mail Monday. Very orangey mail day. Brian, what's happening? Good morning to you. Uncle Rich in the house. We've got Harlan here. Terry, good morning. Wesley, let's get it. Seize the day. Love it. My back is killing me. Speaking of seizing, my back is seizing. Oh my gosh. Get this camera in focus. So I think my back, it's my upper back. Usually I have issues with my lower back, and it's probably because I have too much down here protruding. Too much belly protruding over my waistline, causing back issues. These are upper back issues, and I know exactly the cause of it because I've spent a lot of time doing this, typing into a spreadsheet, entering cards on eBay this week, the last few days. I've never like had back pain enough to where it like keeps me up at night. Maybe a couple times, but last night I struggled to sleep because of this upper back pain. It's still lingering. I've been doing stretches, and it's not working. So I don't know. I should probably just like take a day off of like doing this, but I don't want to. And what's the result of not wanting to? This freaking back pain. So maybe I'll hit up the chiropractor or something. I don't know. Let's see. Good morning, Ed. What's happening? Trash day. Is Panini releasing a product today? That's something I thought of, not directly related to Panini, but trash as in what trash baseball product is coming out, or any product that's trash. Trash day. Boston Smoke is here. What's up? Kevin, good morning. Wednesday is his trash day too. You know, Wednesday's like a popular trash day. Wednesday and Monday seem to be popular trash days. It's like, who has Tuesday? Raise your hand if you have Tuesday or Thursday. That seems like an awkward trash day. I know they pick up trash on Tuesdays and Thursdays in some locations, even here. But I've never lived in a neighborhood with a Tuesday or Thursday trash day. And I don't know if I probably haven't ever had a Friday trash day either. Most commonly, it's Monday, Wednesday. Our last house might have been on Monday. I think the first house my wife and I lived in when we were living in sin, as an unmarried couple living in sin. I think we had Monday trash day in our old neighborhood. Card Hobbyist, what's up? Good morning. Steve says, take the trash out. The trash is out. The trash is at the curb. Love the hat. Thank you, Kevin. Good morning, Paul. There is plenty of room in a 2-car garage because you get 2 cars into the garage. But it's the other stuff I don't have room for, like taking the trash can out to the curb. Because, and here's the issue, and this is what happened today. I had to get strategic. What happens is I try to angle. The problem lies within how we park, because there is room if we park in with enough room. See, again, you have to be strategic though. You can get the trash bin, whether it's between the vehicles or on the side. So one side, so here's how the garage is laid out. It's a square, right? So the far, let's call it which direction is that way? West. So the west wall of my garage is like the utilities wall. So like there's a rack. So like the shovels, the rakes, the hose. I'm so immature. And then on the floor is the snowblower and the lawnmower. So there's like no room, like a passenger cannot enter my vehicle on that side of the garage. And then my vehicle. And then the space between my vehicle and my wife's vehicle. And then my wife's vehicle. And then on her wall, nothing. What? Nothing. No. There's like, she has like some of her realtor signs, and that's about it. So that is ideally, I just whip the trash bin around and go around there. But sometimes she parks a little too close and I don't have enough room, which you would think, well, perfect. If she parks too close to the wall, it's going to allow more space in between your vehicles unless Bo parked like a dumbass and there's still not enough space, which sometimes that happens. However, today, none of those were the case. What happened today was we both parked with enough space to where there should have been room right down the middle, that's actually the ideal, right down the middle, because the trash bins are like in the middle of the garage. However, what both my wife and I sometimes do, many times do, is we'll park at angles like this, okay? That gives us enough space to like swing our door open without hitting anything, right? Yes, that's right. However, what happens when you park at an angle like this? You've got awesome space up here. But when you park like that, there's no space to get that damn garbage bin at the rear of the vehicles. And that's what happened today. Had plenty of space up front, but in the back, couldn't squeeze that garbage bin between the two vehicles. So I had to go down the side of my wife's vehicle, which is okay if there's enough room. So I get there and I have to push her rear view mirror in, stroll it. All of a sudden, no, it's not her car, but it's the crap on the wall. It's her signs, and I've got a wheelbarrow and some other stuff on the wall. So I had to back. Try going the middle. We already established that didn't work. So I have to go back. I have to move signs, push them up, but I was able to get it through. First world problems. So while there, yes, is enough space for two vehicles in a 2-vehicle garage, it's annoying because of the other stuff. So I won't have that problem at the new house. In fact, what I really love about the new house, not only is it a 3-car garage, but I will be parking in the far right stall, which is also where the steps go directly into my basement. So I can, when I get a Goodwill pallet, when I get bulk lots, I can just back on in, open that hatch, and hell, if I get lazy, I can just push the boxes down. It's a straight shot. Here, I don't have that. We have like steps that go doot, doot, doot. So sometimes I can't do that now because we just painted the walls a few months ago. And, but there were some times where I don't want to carry this box. I'm just going to slide it on down the stairs. Then all of a sudden it hits the wall. Oh shit, left a mark. Hall of Fame card collector, good morning to you. He says, I'm on my honors college field trip to see ancient manuscripts and rare books in museums in Indy. I love field trips. You know, when you're out of school, you don't get to take field trips. Well, you can take field trips. It's just not as fun. Enjoy it. Uncle Rich, I put out my trash yesterday morning for today's pickup. Angel Baby Cards in the house. What's happening? Good morning. Kevin's stepdad's last name is Sloan. Big hat, no cattle. Yes. I had no idea what that meant. Big hat, no cattle. It is a saying. I was at Cubs convention. Ben Brown, who's a minor league baseball player for the Cubs. He's a pitcher in Double-A. He was wearing a hat that said, big hat, no cattle. And I'm like, what does that mean? And he's like, honestly, I don't know. My wife got it at, Chip and Joanna down in Waco, Texas. He's like, my wife's a big Chip and Joanna fan. So we went to Magnolia and she bought me this hat. I don't know what it means, but I like the hat. Fair enough. Kind of like, well, I know what Sloan means, but I like the hat. Wesley hates flat bill hats. Me too. Why, Bo, you were in Over the Top? I don't know what that means. The movie? I was not in that movie. I don't know what Over the Top means. Rascal 30, someone in this group that watches must work for Yahoo. There was a front page story There was a front page story this morning stating that some baseball stadiums are now extending beer sales times because of the shorter games. Yes, somebody linked that in our Hobby Evolution Facebook group. By the way, if you're not already a member of the Facebook group, check it out. Let me make sure the link is in the chat. It's in the description to the video. Join our Facebook group. It's a lot of fun. We're at 163 members, and we have a lot of discussion. There's a lot of when I talked about getting a Facebook group and then never doing it, never creating the page, but our buddy John, that 70s Card Show, did that for me. I had no idea there would be this much discussion. So I'm very, very happy, pleasantly surprised, and very happy of all the discussion. It's great. We carry on conversations from this show, talk about our pickups, our eBay stores, strategies, all kinds of fun stuff. So if you're not a member, join it. It's a lot of fun. Link is in the chat. It's also in the video description. If you're watching within the next if you're not watching live, but within 24 hours of the video release, because the live chat doesn't show, that's a YouTube thing. I can't control that. So I apologize if you're listening later in the day and you can't see the chat. If you wait like a day, that video or that live chat does come up. But join the Hobby Evolution Facebook group. It's fun. I promise. Let's see. Yes. So what Rascal is referencing, I think it's Milwaukee. It's the Brewers. And I think it was another team. They're extending beer sale. There was some interesting takes on beer sales, and I'd like to get your thoughts here in the chat. Because somebody mentioned, I guess I can access the Facebook group. John, you're in. John K, you're in. Let's see. Overview, 164 members. Let's see. Oh, no, we want community home. Where is this chat? By the way, Mark picked up Superbox, top Superbox. Those are pretty cool looking. Let's see. I guess we want new posts. Pardon my ignorance on Facebook. New posts. Let's see. Oh, Steve, I love the photo he shared. Cubbies win. What a win. They were down 7-0 in the second inning. And they came back and won. Well, they came back in the third inning and scored 8 runs. 14-8, I think, was the final score. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, David or Donnie. Donnie was asking the address. You can send me some cards. Yep. Thank you, Todd, for dropping that link in there. 1millioncubs.com has that. Todd says, side note, Bo needs to update his counter. Yes, I haven't I tried to go in. What did I want? I wanted to update something, and I don't think it was my counter. It was something else. But I forgot all my login information. I can probably guess the login information. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, Uncle Rich. Oh, Uncle Rich shared it. It is the Brewers and Diamondbacks. I also want to get Cooter posted something yesterday as well that we'll touch on. So the Brewers and Diamondbacks appear to be the first teams to attempt the solution. They're reportedly selling alcoholic beverages until the 8th inning, breaking with the league-wide standard stopping sales in the 7th. There's no formal rule about when alcohol sales must end. The Brewers told MLB.com that because of quicker games, extending alcohol sales to the 8th inning will allow them to be sold for the same amount of time as last year, which makes sense to me. And I think there's differing, and there's always going to be, we're going to have differing opinions. Michael brings up a point. I've always wondered when local law enforcement agencies would decide to play Let's Make a Mint off drivers leaving games. John says, I assume the 7th inning cutoff was for people to sober up for the drive home. Selling later in shorter games means less sobering up. Baseball teams are Buffalo Wild Wings franchises at this point. Max says, and Max, this is what I agreed with, teams should be able to sell through the end of the game. I've always thought it's stupid to close early, especially at an event that can be extended an indefinite amount of time. I understand the sentiment, but teams are not babysitters. And I agree 100% with that take, because not everybody believe it or not, this may come as a surprise, but not everybody that goes to a baseball game goes to get hammered. Some do. Present company might be included in that number. But most people aren't going now. Yes, there's there's a minority of people that go get hammered, and they make it appear that all 40,000 in a stadium are just falling down drunk. Not the case. But to the point that Max made, that I thought, it's like when you go, what's taverns, whatever you call them in your neck of the woods, bars, taverns, nightclubs, what are they in business for? For people to go get hammered. And a large majority of people that go to bars, especially, they're open till 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I would say 90% of the people that are leaving a bar at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. are probably hammered. But we don't have laws in place that says you're a bar, you can only be open from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And you have to wait an hour before you leave. So people need to, and I think Max used this term. Let me see what he said. Max says, I understand the sentiment, but teams are not babysitters. Right. Exactly. You know, it's not up. It's up to us as the adults. You know, you have to be an adult to drink alcohol and buy alcohol. Well, actually, you don't have to be an adult to drink alcohol. You have to be an adult to legally purchase the alcohol at a baseball stadium. So it's up to responsible, mature adults. And I know many adults are not mature and responsible, and they make it bad. They make it suck for the rest of us. But we need ultimately to put the responsibility on the consumers and not have to police because this person might not be responsible, so the other 39,000 have to suffer the consequences. That's my take. That's just my opinion, and I know some people may not agree with that. That's okay. Old Dominion Trucking Company used to give out some nice hats. Oh, then that trucker hat. That is a good old trucker hat. I love the look of trucker hats, but I don't like the look of them on my head. I don't know. I think everybody probably thinks they have an odd shaped head. I think I have an odd shaped head. Good morning, Johnny Boy Cards in the house. Hall of Fame card collector had just completed a blockbuster trade in fantasy baseball. Very nice. Let's see. Angel Baby Cards. Question. I need some guidance on which Fujitsu scanner has the best features to value I'm buying this week. So, I think probably best bang for your buck, the 7160. The Fujitsu 7160, I think, is probably the best bang for your buck. You want the best model, it's going to be the 8170. If you do choose that route, let me know, and I can connect you with Don Caruso. He can get you a discount on the 8170. I don't think discounts apply for the 7000 series because those are the previous generation, but the new generation, he can probably hit you up with a discount. But I would say, and I started using the 7030, and I used it for a year, and it was great. Now I have the 8170, and it's awesome. I've never used the 7160, but just based on the features, it's faster than the 7030. It also allows you to, although I think somebody did say if you use a different, I think you have to download the different software or the whatever it is. And you can set the borders on the cards. But I'd say 7160, best bang for your buck. Let's see. John says, I'd like to thank the Evolution Army for adding to my Yaz collection. Love it. In Card Ladder, was it Card Ladder or Alt? Somebody, I just saw, it was actually a sponsored ad because I don't think I follow him. I think it was Alt. showed the top increasing sales by player, and Carl Yastrzemski, good old Yaz, was like almost a 5% increase, probably from John's shopping on eBay, single-handedly, up to the Yaz market on sales. Let's see, where are we at? Let's see, Rascal to Hall of Fame. I think we have some inactive owners. Oh, that must be in the Hobby Evolution fantasy baseball group. Steve says, Alex, I'll take junk wax era cards. We love to hate for 1,000. Let's see. Orange Card Hobbyist says orange is a southern pronunciation of orange. Orange. Let's see. John says, if all goes well, I'll be hosting a live film night this evening on my channel. Interesting. Tell me more. I'm intrigued. Angel Baby says, take some Flexerol. Flexerol. I'll look into that. Yeah, because I am just, so tight. Dan, what's happening? Good morning, all. I've embraced some 99-cent auctions on my graded SGC vintage cards that I just recently received. I might live to regret it. Well, I hope you live, and you'll probably regret it. Not living, but 99-cent auctions. If you can't see, then pop an edible as you go to bed. You'll still need to address the issue, though, right? Jenny says, no trash being picked up here today, just Porter's early birthday surprise. Excellent. Dak T-Mac, what's up, David? Thursday night, Friday morning, that's his trash day. I have Tuesday and Friday trash days twice a week. Holy moly. Hall of Fame card collector, use a foam roller on the floor and a tennis ball against the wall to loosen up the back. Oh, that's a good... Yeah, I should have known the old foam rollers. That's what we used. I was just the radio guy, but our college basketball team, that's what, and mostly all college basketball teams, they get the foam rollers out as they warm up. Red Light 34 in the house. What's happening? He's got a Thursday trash. Chris also has a Thursday. Steve has a Tuesday trash day. Well, what the hell? Maybe Wednesday's the outlier. Tuesday, a lot of Tuesday, Thursday trash days. Interesting. What's up, baseball card curmudgeon? Flexerol does a great job of loosening up all your muscles. You'll do great. Johnny Boy has a Friday trash day. Well, boy, was I wrong. Good morning, Sal Dougie. Cooter has Tuesday, Thursday trash days. Also, Dan has 2 Thursday trash day. Well, what the hell? I'm the only non-Tuesday. Here I am thinking nobody has Tuesday, Thursday trash day. I'm the only one that has a Wednesday. Tony has Tuesday and Friday for trash in Louisville. John says, think about what you just said. Common Trash says, trash pickup is spread over the 5 days of the week. All 5 days are common. Math is hard. I know, but it's just for me. I've never had a Tuesday or Thursday. I know trash is picked up 5 days a week. I've just never had a Tuesday or Thursday trash day. In the 20 years I've lived on my own, and I've lived in numerous neighborhoods. Let me count the ways. 1, 2 in Madison. And I think my new house is going to be a Wednesday trash day also. Let's see. Macomb. Gosh, and how long did I live in that house? 5, 6, 7 years, and I can't remember the trash day. Hell, maybe it was a Tuesday or Thursday. So that's 3. Where did I live before that? Down in the frickin' middle of campus, 4. And then before that, where did I live? Oh, on MacArthur. And before MacArthur, I lived on Sherman. And then I lived in an apartment. So I've only lived in 6 I've only lived in like 6 neighborhoods. Doesn't seem like that many. It seems like a lot more. But I guess two more were in apartments, which there's not like there were trash bins, so there wasn't a trash pickup day. First place I lived in Madison, because I had a quick turnaround to move. Short notice, so I lived in an apartment. And then my first house in Oh, you know what? When I lived on Wheeler Street, I don't think I had a trash day because we had a trash bin. So I guess only 5. So it's a small sample size. Where are we at? Hall of Fame card collector. Yeah, I think so too, but I don't know if I should kick them or not. What do you think? Steve says, did someone say hose? Ho! Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I'm not positive they are inactive, but feels like some are. Joe Caprino in the house. Just sell the car and use your e-bike and you'll have more room. But I can't fit that many baseball cards on my e-bike. I do have a rack and saddlebags. I have a rack and saddlebags. So I could fit, I could probably fit. I wouldn't want to strap down a monster box to the back of my e-bike though. I'm thinking because I drove through. I met Kyle at the Jennings Card Shop in Freeport last week or 2 weeks ago. There's actually a bike path or a couple bike paths that I can take, like all bike paths from Madison to Freeport, Illinois, which is, I think, it's something crazy. It's like 80 miles or something. But I thought about, like in the summer, doing a trip, like a weekend e-bike trip to the card shop, and I'd like stay in a hotel like halfway, like New Glarus, or maybe even in Freeport. But then if I stayed in I kind of want a halfway point so I don't have to bike like 80 miles in one day because my battery only lasts like 60, 50, 60. But doing like a 2 or 3 day bike trip and digging through the boxes for a day. Probably won't. This summer, there's so much going on. New house, the National, and other stuff. Oh, my buddy's wedding. So a lot of stuff going on this summer. So probably won't. Oh, and I have a cousin getting married this summer as well. Just so much stuff going on. But that's kind of, I'm like, oh, there's a bike path that goes all the way to Freeport. Let's see. Rep and Rajon Rondo, what's up? Good to see you. Jenny says, what's Jenny say? Where are we at? There we are. Jenny says, simple solution, leave your garbage can outside, can smell anyway. Well, they don't like it when you I get it. So I'm not, yeah. I actually did that because I had my mom likes fishing. And she's okay. Like I think she just likes the activity. She doesn't actually enjoy like catching the fish. She just likes the simplicity of casting I haven't fished in like 30 years. Well, let's see, how old am I? 20 years. But her former partner after my dad passed away, I hate saying boyfriend when they're like 60 years old. It's weird. Like, what do you say? Like my mom's partner, my mom's man friend. Anyway, he camped, fished, and he would like make the fish so you could eat it. Whatever you do, scale it, and I don't know, whatever. So I went home. They gave me some fish. I put it in a cooler. Okay. I forgot I put the fish in a cooler. Oops. I opened that cooler a few weeks later. Oh, that's when the gag reflexes set in. So I actually just kept what the mistake I made was I just zipped the cooler back up. I don't need this cooler anymore. Zipped the cooler back up and tossed it in the trash can and kept the trash can outside. And it stunk. But what happened was it like killed the bin itself, like killed the grass like in that spot. So I don't have like a concrete slab, and I'm not going to create one now for the trash can outside. So I keep them in the garage and then deal with trying to get them out of the garage on trash day. So I'm creating my own problem. David, good morning. How about the Rays? 11-0. They are 2 off from tying the record of 13-0 to start a season. The Tampa Bay Rays, and I think they won by, 5 runs last night? 7-2, I think, was the final score. Card Hobbyist says first world problems. Who would you say are inactive? I think they're talking about the fantasy baseball group. Not going to name names. Says Rascal 30. Victor in the house. What's happening? Okay, will do. Herman, good morning. Big Harv. Need to install a slide from the garage to the card room for card boxes. Wouldn't that be fun? That would be fun. Rich leaves all our cans outside as well for both trash and recycle. The recycle bins stay in the garage. As I get a full bag, I put it in the trash. And here's why I don't like putting them outside. Because when you have a bag, it's just easy to open the service door to the garage. Or is that a service door? Just the door to the garage. I don't know what it's called. You just open the door to throw my trash away. So I'm going to keep them in the garage where I can just toss them in the bins. Let's see. Rich says that was me who linked the beer story in the Facebook chat. You look like you were an extra in the movie Over the Top with Sly Stallone. Let's see. Good morning, Red Light. Raphael in the house. What's happening? Rich says Rangers also thinking about extending the beer sales. John says, I'm in. Yes. Oh, yes. I said John K. Another John K. A second John K. Oh, there was, I'm scrolling up and I didn't want to scroll up. Shit. Where am I at? New posts? Is that where I need to be? So, since I'm here, Cooter posted yesterday in the Facebook, in the Hobby Evolution Facebook group. By the way, if you're just joining us, join the Facebook group. Link is in the description and in the live chat here. The USPS planning another 3-cent rate increase for stamps. So expect those standard envelope rates to go up as well. So the Forever stamps will be rising on July 9th from 63 cents to 66 cents. Currently it's 63 cents. Standard envelopes are 60 cents. I would venture to guess on July 9th, we will see standard envelopes on eBay rise in accordance to the stamp increase, and would assume it'll go from 60 cents to 63 cents. So be prepared for that. Go invest in $1,000 in Forever stamps and save a few bucks. Stamps are rising 3 cents. Remember when Forever stamps came out like several years ago and they were like 45 cents? And it's like, we should just buy a bunch, invest in stamps. That would have been a good investment at 45 cents. Now they're 66. And here I am like, oh, it's only 3, because that's what it's only 3 cents. Well, 3 cents, 3 cents, 3 cents. And over 20 years, it's, 50 cents. Hopefully it's not that much. It's been 20 cents in the last, 15 years, whenever they came out. Card Hobbyist, good morning. JW, good morning. Good morning, Kyle. Flipping sports guy in the house. I always thought beer sales stopped in the 7th so people can sober up before driving. That's probably why it is, which seems silly. Let's see. Big Harv in the house. Double A Cards is here. JW, new to the group. Go Cubs. I watch you every morning now. Awesome. Thank you. Big W. 14-8 last night. Todd says the Red Sox in last place. Michael Renicky is here. John says just double the price of beer. Only hipsters drink beer at ball games. Call me a hipster. Well, I'm wearing a trucker hat. That makes me a hipster, I think. Yes, I don't care what the price of beer is. I'm going to buy beer at the ballpark. Remember, I go to baseball games at a ballpark to socialize, not to watch baseball. If I want to watch baseball, I watch it on TV. I go to the ballpark just to soak in the atmosphere and drink the $15 beer and piss away my hard-earned money. Let's see. Rich says, great chat, but I've got to get going. Have a great day. John says, teams have the same responsibility as bats. They are the servers, folks. They end up in lawsuits. There's a reason behind all of this. But I get that. I get that. But bars are the same way. Bars have, and there was a very sad incident that happened just a mile down the road from me a couple years ago. 3 high school students were killed by a drunk driver. And he was was hammered, the drunk driver. And so I'm not sure if there was a lawsuit filed against the bar that he was at, but I think they ended up going back through like the tape, and I don't think he was served at that bar. So they were but he got hammered somewhere. So I get that responsibility falls on servers and establishments. But the onus is on not only the responsible adults that may have a few extra beers than they should and become irresponsible, but then the onus also becomes on the responsibility of the servers at whether it's a bar or a ballpark. And I get but really, what's an extra inning? I don't know. John says open a bar. I know what it takes to run in fact, I have my sister and brother-in-law own a bar. And I have a big giant framed football jersey that I had given them to put in the bar. My nephew sold his shares out and gave my mom the jersey. Give this to Bo. It's like, just keep it in the bar, man. So yeah, I know the ins and the outs of running a bar, and no thanks. No thanks. Let's see. Jenny says, you are correct, John. There's a lot of money these places pay to cover their you-know-what for serving alcohol. We've proven that we can't be adults in this country. Bless your heart. If a place serves alcohol, they pay a ton of money because if X person leaves their establishment and gets injured or injures another, guess where it came from? I'm wondering if insurance, and this is something I have no idea about, the insurance in terms of the exact, is an insurance company going to cover, I guess in a ballpark, I guess is different, but it's still a bar within a ballpark. Here I am just rambling out of my ass right now. I'm just curious. There's no formal, Major League Baseball doesn't say you have to stop serving in the 7th inning. And these clubs, these teams are doing it on their own, extending these sales on their own. So it sounds easier than what I'm making it sound like, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. John says it's not the shape of Bo's head that concerns me. It's the thoughts inside swirling around that gives me pause. Do you have recommended scan settings for Chrome cards? So when I scan Chrome cards, I just put them through normally, and sometimes they scan great and sometimes they scan like shit. So no, I don't have any recommended settings. I just scan them like I scan other cards. And sometimes they just don't. Some sets just don't scan well. I think I scanned and I think the card actually sold with a shitty scan. It was a Bobby Bonilla 98 Topps Chrome, and it was a crappy scan. But some of the modern Topps Chrome is wow, that came out really nice. So no, I don't have any recommended scan settings. Maybe somebody else in the chat does. Unfortunately, I don't. John says Yaz was the only non-ultra modern player on that list. Very odd. And I know this sounds like I actually don't say this tongue in cheek that you controlled because there's I've noticed this, and I think it wasn't Card Ladder, it was Sports Card Investor. I had sold some random player, Junk Wax rookie, and it showed up on the Sports Card Investor top 300 or 500 as a mover. The sales increased this much, and I'm I sold 3. I had 3 random sales, or I think the same person might have bought 3 different listings. So I think you might be surprised how much if you go out and buy a whole bunch of this would be interesting. This would be interesting. Pick out a player and go to eBay, like Chico Walker, like find Chico Walker cards. And I wonder if Chico Walker, if like enough of us bought Chico Walker cards on eBay, I wonder if that would show up on one of these market movers. Chico Walker. There's 3,400 Chico Walker cards. There's a 1992 Donruss. There's an autograph for $5. Hell, I might buy that. Ooh, I've never seen this. He's got a Pawtucket Red Sox card. That's pretty cool. 1984 Pawtucket Red Sox. $2.99 best offer. There's a lot of 92 Donruss, 87 Topps. I've got enough of those. But I wonder if we could move the market on Chico Walker. CHICO Walker. He's got an 89 Syracuse Chiefs. I might just do that on my own. If anybody wants to join me in our Chico Walker experiment. I don't think I have any Chico Walker cards in my store because most of them are Cubs. He's got a 93 Donruss with the Mets. I'm seeing a lot of $1.50 free shipping cards when I search Chico Walker. Yeah. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Signed autograph Chico Walker. Ooh, that's pricey though. $17.95 plus shipping. Got the Stadium Club. A lot of 99-cent plus 99-cent shipping. But I'm wondering if you could move the market and have Chico Walker show up, because how many Chico Walker sales is there? Well, I guess we could look, like, say on eBay, Chico Walker sold. So today's the 12th. So let's just go back. Let's just do the month of April. Chico Walker. Well, doesn't look like any Chico Walker card sold. There was a complete year set, so maybe a Chico Walker sold there on April 10th. 87 Donruss. These are all like complete year sets. Oh, an autographed 87 Topps Chico Walker sold on April 5th. A Tiffany sold. So it looks like two isolated listings sold in the month of April. I wonder if I would like to put that experiment to the test. I might buy a bunch of Chico Walker cards today just to test it out. Let's see. Harlan says, did the kid from yesterday's hat story shape that one for you? Nope, I shaped it. Does look like it. So this one's like a foam bill. Like, look at that. I could be cool. Oh shit, it's not gonna stay. Like, if I wore my hat, like, would I be cool if I wore my hat like this? Was there like a rapper that wore his hat like that? Was it Flava Flav? But it's like a foam. It's like, so when you like curve it, it's just, it looks like David Wiffles formed my hat. Somebody from Anawander that knows David Wiffles is going to be like, man, you, David Wiffles is trending. You've been mentioned on YouTube 2 days in a row. Let's see. Where are we at? JW says, do you ever get buyers that make an offer on a card that's less than $1.50 and then takes them 2 or 3 days to pay it? I don't understand it. Sometimes every once in a while I'll get that. John says, and I think the reason is, like, say they put an offer in, like, I'm not quick, like I'm not accepting or countering offers like right away. So if somebody puts an offer in on a card like right now, I may not get to it until tonight, and that person may not be active on eBay until like the next day. So that could be an instance of why. John says, I ended up with 8 16mm film rolls for the 1970s. NFL games, baseball, 75 Ryder Cup. It'd be fun to watch live, real projector and everything. Oh, that's cool. That is pretty cool. Fast 436. What is up? He's got a Friday trash day. Andy Mack is a Monday trash dad. Monday trash dad. Flipping Sports Guy. We put our trash out Wednesday night for Thursday pickup. Another Thursday, AA. Also Thursday. Wow. Thursday seems like the most popular trash day. Monday for the card hobbyist. Wesley also has a Wednesday, so I don't feel alone in my Wednesday trash pickup. JW has a Tuesday trash pickup. Jenny says, Bo surprised he can't remember the trash day of the house he lived in for 7 years. He can't remember the trash day half the time in the house he lives in now. I know it's Wednesday. I just forget when it's Wednesday. I know my trash day is Wednesday. I just forget when Wednesday arrives. You probably used dumpsters in your apartments. Yes, every apartment I lived in had dumpsters. Let's see. Where are we at? Let's see. Where are we at? Let's see. But the house that I lived in for 7 years did not have a dumpster. But I also didn't spend much time in that house. I was traveling a lot, so that could be why. I don't remember. Let's see. Double A says, see how much eBay sucks from my balance today? Yes, it's the Great Wednesday standard envelopes suck, where my balance is like, oh, hey, look at how much money I've got in my balance. And then, and then it's like I'm accepting lowball offers just to get my managed payment balance up. Slightly depressing every Wednesday, seeing all of the shipping costs. Yes, it is. I hate Wednesday standard envelope shipping day. Bo planning a bike trip, alert Uber. Love the Bob Ross t-shirt. So this was actually my second choice at spring training. My first spring training t-shirt choice was and this is from Obvious Shirts. My favorite type of training is spring. And I'm like, hey, that fits me perfectly because I don't do any training except for spring training. But they didn't have my size. So I'm like, okay, runner-up goes to Bob Ross, painting the W. And with a nice win last night, a nice friendly win, we go with Bob Ross today. Dan says, my accountant asked me for any repairs or alterations I made to my house in relation to selling baseball cards. Will your new basement be a business expense that you can use for the future? I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. I'll have to talk to the accountant about that. I don't, because since it's, I would imagine, I don't know. I'm not even going to venture to guess. We'll talk to the accountant because my wife will have, she's self-employed also. So we'll have that conversation once it's all said and done. So I can report back. Let's see. Dan in the house. Sal Dougie, when I was in high school, my dad and I would ride our bikes from Dodgeville to Milwaukee over 2 days. So much fun. Bike trip to the card shop is a great idea. Wow, Dodgeville to Milwaukee. That's a freaking trip, man. Holy moly. Let's see. Bargain Boxer. I go fishing every year in Eagle River and we'll be going again in August. Can't wait. I've never been up north. Like the furthest up north I've been is it Barron, Wisconsin? We had a wedding, friend's wedding up there. And it was actually, what was creepy about it was not creepy, just the timing. It was like the week after? I think it was the week after that girl was like her, some dude like kidnapped like a teenager and like killed her parents. And we were in like the town where that happened. And like the house was just down the street, just down the highway. We had to drive, I think where the house was, we turned left to go to like the barn where the wedding was. Creepy. I think that's the furthest north I've been in Wisconsin. Otherwise, Door County, which I know isn't that far north. I don't think that's that far north. I still don't know my Wisconsin geography. Write everything off. Dan, the portion of your house used for your business is the portion of utilities to write off. Brian Wolf, good morning. Terry says, my HOA doesn't allow garbage cans to be stored outside. ESC is still the best value on earth. Agree. Completely agree. ESC increase. Does that mean $1.55 free shipping? I've built mine in. I built my $1.50 in to absorb a couple increases. If it goes up, let's see. So expecting another 3-cent increase. If it goes up another 3 cents, I'll probably just skip ahead and stop doing $1.50 free shipping and do $1.75 as my base price. Now, I won't go back, kind of like with my 99-cent listings. I didn't go back and adjust my 99-cent listings to $1.50. So sometimes I lose money on sales. Somebody only buys one card at 99 cents. That is a loss for me. So I won't go back despite 30 some probably 30,000 listings at $1.50. I won't go back in and change. Maybe I will. It depends. But I'll probably just start doing $1.75 free shipping. So that's kind of how I've planned for any postage increases. But the $1.50 I built in it can absorb a couple increases. My margins will drop. I'll just have to be, basically how I handle it. I won't do offers on $1.50 cards. If somebody wants, I'll keep my offers open in case somebody wants to buy 2 or 3, then I'll take $1. But I won't counter to $1.40. Like, it's either, if you want one card, it's going to be $1.50. Like, there won't be any countering. Let's see. Low roller, we just touched on that. Let's see. Talking Tatis in the morning. Talking Tatis in the morning. Good morning, Talking Tatis. Stamps only went up once in 2022 and once in 2021. That is correct. Andy Mack says, I love driving by the backwoods bars in rural Wisconsin. Let's see. Low roller, it's not going up twice in 2023. It's only going up once. It's going up in July. We did not see a January increase on stamps. It's only going up once. There's a disconnect between legally drunk and cut me off drunk. As a former bartender, the point that you cut someone off is usually past the legal limit in terms of blood alcohol content. Flipping sports guy, maybe in the future. The last few years, it's been once a year. John says, imagine a team losing its revenue stream if they have their license revoked. Cotton candy ain't making up the difference. This year is abnormal with the 2 increases. Did we see a January increase? I didn't think we saw a January increase. I guess it is April already. Maybe I am confusing. Flipping sports guy says, Card Dealer Pro Fujitsu had put out a video with settings to help with Chrome Prism cards. Brian says, I find Topps Chrome Scan okay, but Panini not so much. That's kind of what I have actually, I started scanning more and more Chrome cards that have been in my like quarter boxes and, basically the $1.50 cards I'll scan. And I've had some Panini Prism that scanned okay. Kyle says 1963 Topps Yaz is one of my favorite non-NASCAR cards in my collection. I love the 63 design. Bo is trying to pump and dump his Chico Walker cards. There you go. There was a podcast that the F-Face podcast did that to 91 Topps Don Zimmer. And I think they were trying to do, I can't remember what exactly the point was to get the market going on 91 Topps Don Zimmer cards. I want to see if we can get Chico Walker on Alt and Card Ladder as market movers. Let's see. Dan says, I increased the DPI on Chrome card scans to either 400 or 500. It slows down the process, but I have a better chance of getting a quality image with the 7160. Very cool. Scott says, Bo is officially an influencer now talking about pumping and dumping. I'm not dumping my Chico Walker cards. You can, but I'm not. Bo has a monster box full of Chico Walkers for sale. Not yet. Maybe after I hit 1 million, I'll dump my Chicos, but not right now. Let's see where we at. Let's see. Low roller still talking about stamps. Kevin says Will Smith wore his hats like that. Oh yeah, maybe it was Will Smith. Let's see. Terry has 192 Upper Deck Chico Walker for sale. There you go. Buy a Chico from Terry. Mr. Smith, I have a Julio listed for $5.49 plus 60-cent shipping, but someone offered $4.40. Should I accept? I don't know. Here's my thought on that. This is actually a good question but I don't know the correct answer. Say you paid $5 for that Julio card, or actually that's probably poor. Say you paid $4 for that Julio card. I would say no. Say you got it in a bulk for like 3 cents a card. I would say yes, take that $4.40. $4.40 is not a bad offer on 5. What's that? 610? 610 to $4.40. That's not a bad offer. And how long has it been listed? If it's been an hour since you listed it, I would say no, or just sit on the offer for 24 hours. If you've had it listed for a month, take it. So those are some of that's kind of what I think about when I receive offers. Like the Anthony Volpe scratch off. I posted it for $7.50, which was right around comps. Within like 10 minutes, I got an offer of $5. I sat on the offer. I think I accepted it. Hopefully, I didn't let it expire. I think I accepted that offer. But I waited like the 24 hours. I didn't have any other offers come in. It didn't sell. I'm going to take the $5. I paid, that was in my dollar box. So I got the discount. I paid 55 cents for it. If it's been, and sometimes say I have a card listed for $10, but it's been in my store for 6 months and somebody offers me $4, I'll take it because it's been sitting in my store for 6 months. Nobody's even sent an offer. I'll take 40% off or 60% off. So those are things I think about. So I don't know your situation, but you do. So that's my advice. Wesley Snipes and White Men Can't Jump wore a cycling hat with the bill flipped up. Okay, so Wesley Snipes, Will Smith, it was an early 90s thing. Kevin says he would accept that offer. Rascal wants to know what Kyle pays for NASCAR cards. I have a few thousand. It would depend on what they are. Not very much. John says my PWE shipping goes right to PayPal. Is that not normal? I don't think that's well, I mean, it might be normal. Mine comes right out of managed payments, which I don't mind because I typically don't keep a balance in PayPal. I like to move my money out of PayPal. I don't trust PayPal. So I'm not a what the hell do you call it? Tinfoil hat guy, but I don't trust PayPal. So I get my money the hell out of PayPal. So I have mine set up to come out of managed payments. And it's just easy. So like tomorrow I won't have a payout. Or I'll either not have a payout or a very small payout because of all the standard envelopes that I ship. Brian asked Mr. Smith a great question. How long has it been up in your listings? Flipping Sports Guy says all depends on what you choose, your balance or PayPal. Yeah, it's one or the other. At one point, my postage flipped from my because my bubble mailers come right out of your PayPal or managed payments, but standard envelope comes out like once a week. Usually on Wednesdays. But at some point, my PayPal or my bubble mailer postage was coming out of PayPal, and it's just harder to track that way. It adds another report that I've got to figure out. I'm sure eBay says, you spent this much through PayPal, but it's easier when it's all done through my managed payments because it's all right there on eBay. Another reason I love eBay because they do the reporting for you. And you just boom, go to reports, print January, February, March. It's all there. John says, I pity the fool who isn't writing his baseball office off. I thought you might be a collector. You just buying to resell NASCAR. Jamie Kloss. Yes, that was, super sad story. John says, closest I get to fishing is watching the submarine race at Inspiration Point. Let's see. Mr. Smith says it's been up almost a month. I'd probably take that offer then. Kyle is a collector, never sold a NASCAR card. Cooter says, Bo, you need a better accountant if you don't deduct home office expenses. Oh, I totally do. Did I say differently? Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. He does things that I didn't know I could do. So yes, everything is a business expense. Well, not everything, but you get my drift. My probably what you may have confused was with the new house and how that's going, but it's going to be written off. I just don't know how exactly, since it's a new build / remodel, what expenses of that will be deducted. But yes, they will be deducted for sure. Let's see. And I go right up to there's a max on your like square footage of your house and like how much of the house do you use for your business. And like technically I have an upstairs office. I have this card room. I have the unfinished area. I use the rec room. But that's over the allotted IRS space. So I go all the way up to the max. What's the max square footage you can use without throwing up red flags? Let's see. Rascal 30 says mine are older drivers on the NASCAR. Let's see. Brian to Mr. Smith says, what's he say? If after a month I would base it on, based on if it will free up space for a new listing. Also depends on how much you have into the card. Rascals in the heart of NASCAR country, North Cackalack. Let's see. Kyle says, I like all those 90 sets. They just aren't real valuable. It's amazing how not valuable NASCAR cards are. That's why I just don't even look anymore. And that's why they've sat in boxes for years. The 88 Max set is desirable. Yeah, it's like you like, perfect example of Dale Earnhardt's that it's like, ooh, I bet this is a valuable card. And Kyle knows what I'm talking about, that Braille card. And I'm like, oh wow, there were like 3 Braille Dale Earnhardt senior cards. And I'm like, I bet this is worth $20. No, it's like $1. Not valuable at all. I think at that point I'm like, screw it, I'm not comping any more NASCAR cards. Let's see. Mr. Smith pulled the Julio out of an update. I opened so much hangers. Let's see. John says your mileage may vary. One of my problems with the hobby is people not being able to make decisions for themselves. Lemmings. Be your own person. Make your own decisions. Let's see. But sometimes getting advice is good because it prevents you from making the wrong decision. All about comics. Mine comes out of managed payments. Mine as well. PayPal can freeze your account anytime. I've seen a lot of like, now many times PayPal freezes accounts, like it's, people taking advantage of friends and family and all that, but I still don't trust them. I don't trust PayPal. Let's see. John says my PayPal linked to my bank. AC isn't. They just process. They don't store my money. Let's see. Andy Mack says, instead of my phone, I've started using a document camera for cards I don't want to scan. This software allows me to automatically take a picture every 4 seconds. I might make a video of it sometime. I'll post it on Facebook if I do. Yeah, that'd be interesting. My payouts go in as solids. My shipping comes out as purchased, regardless of PWE or bubble. I trust my bank more than eBay or PayPal. Ben, good morning. Let's see. Buying bulk today. I'm excited. Oh, I am also buying bulk. Buying some Bowman Draft. So I'll share in the Facebook group this afternoon what I pick up today. Let's see. John just sold an Earnhardt yesterday. So Low Roller talks about hockey. No hockey here. So that's what I had for today. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, the Facebook group, let's drop that link one more time if you're just joining us. A lot of discussion going on in the Facebook group. Hit the Facebook group up. Join the discussion after the show. Daniel, what's happening? Shout out from Australia, long-time listener, first time catching the live stream live. That's awesome. Daniel, I'm guessing, is your last name pronounced Teely? So we had a foreign exchange student from Australia with that same last name. Her name was Amy Teely. Very nice girl. I think she wasn't in my class. Was she 2 years? I can't remember if she was an exchange student my sophomore year or freshman year, sophomore year. I think she stayed with a classmate of mine. I'm sure Australia is a big country and you probably don't know. Spot on first person to get it. So do you know an Amy Teely? She's probably married by now. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm sure Australia has a lot of Teelys. So welcome to the chat. Scott says, I'm skeptical of linking my checking account to PayPal and Venmo. If one of those accounts gets hacked, the money can be gone quicker than you can stop it. Yeah, I link them. But I don't trust PayPal. I link my checking account, but I don't trust PayPal. So hit the like button if you haven't already. Jump in the Hobby Evolution Facebook group. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. My eBay store link is also in the description to this video. What else? Go Cubs. Big W last night. So have a great Wednesday. Make sure if it is your Wednesday trash day. Oh, most of you have Thursday trash days. So put that trash bin out on the curb tonight since your trash day is on Thursday. Have a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.